you've never left, so there's no need to remain. Yeah. To me, that's the tricky logic of non-duality. How you remain where you are is you never left where you are. Yeah. So no matter, because of course, this isn't convincing to the head, but hopefully when the head is starved, so to speak, there'll be a loss of interest in the head, because the head's point of view, obviously, is that it can go and come and be disqualified and then be rewarded, be in the moment and then be out of the moment, then be really in the moment and really out of the moment. And we're just doing a end run around that. And basically, how you remain is on having never left. Yes. So there is an aspect of you that is not of the mental logic. And there is a logic in non-duality if you follow it. If you've watched a lot of dominoes fall, there's a logic into the falling of the dominoes. And you start seeing because I remember, let's say you feel like you're being pulled out of a situation, or you're trying to disassociate from in a situation, and that drive, the head's drive to disassociate, is actually giving a real meaning to the thing it's trying to disassociate from. Yeah. So this is the movement of duality that happens. So your wanting to get out is giving a reality to that which you think you're in. See, this is the dilemma, because there's a lot of power being triggered and moved without us knowing it. We're just a little emblem on a whole, like a car. We don't know. It's just so the emphasis is on the Ford emblem, and you lose the recognition of Fording, so to speak. Yeah, and so how you remain is on having never left. That's basically how you remain. So instead of questioning that which says it needs to stay here, you question who is it that thinks they can go. Yeah. And if you see it's not you, you'll lose interest in it. And you can cut out the arrivals because on having never left. Yeah. So you won't be taking off and trying to return. The head loves to return to things because returning to things means it has the ability to leave them. Yeah. Yeah. So it's a tricky move. While you're, you know, giving it a great nobility, remaining in the moment, it's based on something prior to us knowing, which is it has just validated you can be out of the moment. Yeah. Once that's validated, you're going to be in and out, out and in and out, up and down, on and on. Yeah. But how that stops is on having never left. Yeah. So what? The mental logic goes, what? Yeah. And we've shared this many times, but it's a perfect illustration that I was involved in this 8-day like a retreat through Osho, through the Rajneesh people. And every day in that retreat, they would induce cathartic events. And most people would go into a cathartic event. And it was it was like they had the formula. And I was involved in that. I didn't know anyone in the Rajneesh community, but somehow I was there doing this 8-day thing in Australia. And one of the days near the end, I went into a big trip of I can never get back. Yes. In other words, the presumption of the moaning and the longing and the crying and the beating one's chest was I had left the unleavable. I had separated from the Godhead or something like that, and I could never get back. That was my destiny. And I was moaning and crying and everything like that. And then they brought me out, and it was a big moment. And oh, wow, he finally realized, blah, blah, blah. But about a day or two later, I realized why I could never get back because I had never left and blew romantic warrior journey and fighting, vanquishing, defeating, da 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 da. No, you never left, bro. That's why you can't get back. So that's
Oh,
the beauty.
yeah.
That's
When
the
does that
beauty of
finally
this.
stay?
What?
When does that recognition finally stay with you and doesn't leave any longer? Like, when is it just finally comfortable enough to say,
Well, it's
I'm
going to be a
home,
now. I don't know what time of now it's going to be, but it'll be a now. Yeah.
right?
And
Right.
while that's in a sense doesn't seem to be happen, take advantage, drop into satsangs or do whatever. Yeah, yeah. It's inevitable. Yeah. Even like if you're interested in the Course in Miracles, they have an interesting chapter called I Need Do Nothing. And in that thing it says the head, the mind, the big M mind that's dreaming this dreaming is going to dream itself out of the dreaming. That's past the point. So basically, you may not thinking you're winning now, but you've already won. Yeah, it's already a done deal, and that should bring a relaxation and a sort of suspicion about how the head is trying to convince you based on your circumstances and situations that you have done something or are somewhere and stuff like that. And over time, like water will smooth out that rock. It's inevitable, basically. So, but whenever it's going to happen, it's going to be now. Yeah.
Okay. And it's
Whenever that, and
it's
so when
inevitable
it
it
happens
starts
in a
happening.
seeming now in time, you're not going to be, oh, I wish this would have happened earlier. None of that comes up. It's just,
I'm seeing that. I'm seeing that. It's a
yeah.
done deal. It's already done and over. The movie is done. I can't go back and change the movie, but it does seem like these lessons or these situations that come back up, I can there's like a recognition, oh wait a minute, I can look at this now with love and not as the action figure. I can actually look at this with love, and then it dissipates, the situation dissipates, and I no longer that particular sensation or flavor of sensation no longer, or experience rather, no longer presents itself.
Well, then you're a greater no man or woman than I am. I just see I'm not that.
Does that mean I'm overthinking? That's overthinking bullshit,
No,
right?
I just didn't go that way. The way it went with me is I saw I was not that. I didn't pour any love into it or anything. I just saw I wasn't the one going through all this stuff.
I know,
Yeah.
I remember you talking about that, and it's profound to me. And that's not, it seems like mine is more of the garden variety. The garden variety. Well, fuck.
Love
I
ain't bad. So love ain't bad.
well,
So
no, love is no, love is love.
yeah, and
Love
use
is
love with it. Yeah. Whatever works, honey. The thing is that which wants this to work is the reason why you're not recognizing the obvious. Yeah. And so in this case, you can't feed two mouths at the same time. And this is why the knowledge of non-duality to me is mostly about what you're not. So you can recognize what you're not and see that all it does is feed itself. It's feeding itself all day. And maybe there'll be a sufficient enough loss of interest that you'll travel lighter through your hospital stay. Yeah. You may still have a hospital stay in the future of the action figure, but you'll travel lighter through it. And the glory of it is all these horrendous things that ever happened to me, I've completely forgotten it today, right now. Yeah. I don't smell the hospital. I'm not feeling the pain. None of it's all. And to me, I thought at the time, nothing, it was never going to end. Well, the head was wrong like usual, and the shit ended. Yeah. And sometimes when shit ends, it's like it never happened. Literally. So I think you're onto something when you have that effect that it's like it never happened. I think that's actually clear seeing because it never did happen.
You mean when I say, oh, it's like these sensations or these experiences when they come back, I now no longer, even now, normally the old action figure, let me restate that. The action figure, which seems like the past would, in a similar situation, would have freaked out completely.
There
And
you
I'm
go.
finding I'm not
And
freaking
so
out.
then just sit in a little bit of gratitude and honor for that which is
Okay.
doing for you what you can't do for yourself. Yeah.
Feels
And then just expand on what you can't do for yourself. Like maybe make it into everything. Yeah. Like everything I can't do by,
Yeah,
through my
I got that.
faith.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But first, honor, before you get frustrated about a conceptual idea not happening right now, honor what is happening, which is you're traveling lighter. Yeah. Fantastic. So,
Thank you. Thank you so much.
in the world of the action figure, if there's this aspect in shamanism, at least a little bit that I know about it from a friend of mine was with Carlos Castaneda and those witches and the Don Juan people. And
Yeah.
they had this thing called recapitulation, which is life is giving you an opportunity to go through things you've gone through before. And let's say in your head, you got a D when you went through it before. It's almost like redoing a test that you've always failed. And then this time you get an A plus or a B. Yeah. So it erases all the failures. Yeah. Because you've experienced the same event in a new, different way. Yeah. So here you are, you're experiencing this event. I'm sure you've been in a hospital before in a new, different way. So there you go. The mind is dreaming itself as out of the dream, and as it does, the dream will get happier. So this event, hospital visit, has gotten happier compared to how bad it could be. So you're right now in a process that's described in the Course of Miracles. So you're aligned with the Course of Miracles. Did you know that you were aligned with the Course of Miracles today?
When you
Probably
remind when you reminded me, I
aligned.
need to align.
Aligned. You're aligned with it. You're going along with
Yeah.
its take. So there you go. Did you know that?
Well, when you reminded me of I need do nothing. I mean, I
I'm
actually
reminding
left the
you,
book.
I'm not doing that. I'm reminding you about you and I are dreaming ourselves out of the dream. And as we do, the dream gets happier. So now you're in another dream scenario you seem to have been in before, being in a hospital, and it's going better than the other visits. Hallelujah. You're dreaming yourself out of the dream.
Hence aligned with the message, the vertical message.
Yes, it aligns with the message. Yeah. So sit back and relax.
Sit back and relax. And you can in these hospital beds, let me tell you. They go
Yeah,
up, they go down.
sure. And they may have a good maybe tonight is like strawberry jello. So you could be lucky.
Actually, it's strawberry ice cream.
Oh, there you go. It's better. I used to get jello.
That's strawberry
That's an upgrade. Yeah. All
Oh,
right. So yes, honey, just yeah.
really, really.
Don't try to get anything. Just sit and let it go in and let it tell you where it goes and instead of you trying to direct it where it goes. Yeah. See, you may think you have a big leak in the ceiling, but it's really your basement. So let it go to where it wants to go. Fiddle around with it. Yeah. And then the problem with the ceiling may actually dissolve itself because the problem was really in the basement. Yeah. So recognize that which is trying to get it isn't you and chill. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Mm.
Can you imagine if you came to satsang and you truly believe you wanted to get it and the clock was ticking and it was 5:30, 5:28. You had 2 more minutes left to fucking get it?
I'd die. I'd freak out. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
You're
that would, yeah,
you're
yeah.
what you're looking for. Not the way your head configures it, but actually what's looking is not a head and not a body. You are what you're looking for. Unfortunately, you're taking yourself to be a head and a body to looking for what's looking while you are what's looking right now. Yeah.
I loved how you said dreaming myself out of this dream through these, what seems, these repeated experiences, which I guess the course would say tiny mad idea, but just these repeated experiences. And I'm seeing myself I'm traveling lighter through it
There you
as a
go.
result of seeing that I'm not what I'm trying to get away from.
Yes. Yes. So there you go. So right now, whatever your head is telling you you're doing or not doing, you're actually in the process of one of the processes the Course in Miracles describes, which is you're using the dream, a visit to the hospital, to dream yourself out of the dreaming. Yeah. And as you do, the dreaming in the hospital gets happier. And so it is. That's what you said. So you are captured on a page in the Course in Miracle right now. Hallelujah. Instead of being a reader of the Course, you are actually a movement. You're representing a movement that the Course puts great value on. So here you go. Chill back. Yeah. It's awesome. What? Yeah.
Paul,
Yeah.
the course actually has a name for that. It's called the happy dream.
The happy dream.
Still
Yeah.
still a dream, but happy.
Yes.
So she's personifying the happy dream at this moment.
Yeah, exactly. That's nice. So you're you should have that as your Zoom thing. HP, happy HD, happy dream. Yeah.
Hey, I love that.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, I want others to join with me and us collaborate. So I'm putting that out there, Come on, y'all, let's join, collaborate. Thank
Yeah,
you so
let's all
much
go
for
to
this.
the hospital and get a bed, and we'll just take a whole floor. And
And
it'll
they
be
bring you
the happiest
delicious tea.
hospital in the country. Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna fill up the whole. I'll go to the orthopedic floor and recapitulate my 10 months in the hospital bed. Yeah. All I needed was a remote and a TV, and I could change the channel on. Those 10 months would have probably been a lot better.
Oh shit.
I just needed Netflix. Missing Netflix. I could have watched Bloodline
Hey,
a long time ago.
hey, Paul, Ernie has his hand up. Ernie
All
would
right.
like to ask a question.
Yes.
Come on in, Ernie.
Thank you. Hi, Paul. Paul, why is it that this I am the body idea is so strong? Because I always feel it, like, everything that the I am this
Why
body.
isn't it so strong?
I don't know. So it's
All
like,
dreaming pivots on the body. So it has to be a very small. If 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 there were uh, if there were nuts and bolts in the dreaming, the body would be one of the biggest bolts and the biggest nut. It's plays such a huge role of separation and difference and da da dee da da da. So the dreaming is an essential part of the dreaming. Without the body, whose life would it be anyway?
yeah, because there's a fear, because I'm at the moment I'm having issues with like panic attack, and I'm gonna die or something. And I know from our meeting and everything that who dies anyway, but there is still this fear of dying.
Well, yes, it's just not your fear, it's built in. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Did you build the body? Did you?
No.
It seemed was you entered a plan that had already been consummated, so to speak. Yeah. And that plan is a ride. In the dream, you're on a ride. You believe you get on rides, but the ride is the body. That's the ride of this dream, is the body. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
So the body takes the body very seriously. but you may
That's
be in a body, but you're not of a body. So you can actually have a clear view of the meaning of a body, not as a body. You can, yeah. And maybe that will bring you some relief, because that which comes is afraid of going, but you have never came or gone. And there is a recognition of fear and the one who's having the fear. They're two different fears, so to speak. Yes? Yes. So there's fear in the body. That's one of its reactions to its mortality. Yeah, for sure. When did it become your fear? You would have to be the body to call it yours. Yeah, because the fear is in the body. You're feeling it. So it must, how can it be yours if it's in the body and you're not a body? So obviously, what's in the fear of dying as a body is the body identity. Yeah, this is valuable to check it out. I've known people who've had a panic attack for months straight. And that light, blinking light that you were going to die was on so long, the light, the fuse died. Yeah. And then you saw the powerlessness of that which was yelling out and warning. It had no way to stop whatever's going to go on. Basically, it was just, I'm going to die. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. I'm going to on and on for months. Yeah. Nothing no ideas about it, no ability to stop it or divert it. It just, if your house is on fire, you don't need the fire alarm to tell you, do you? I mean, the fire alarm tells you something may happen, but when it's happening, you don't need the fire alarm. So the head is a very powerless, very weak condition. It can't change shit. Yeah. It just bitches about it and stuff. So here it is warning you, but can't bring you any piece of security. So I went through months of a panic attack, months. Yeah. It didn't kill me. It didn't. And that boy cried wolf like 8,000 times. Yeah. And something was going on beyond its scope and behind its pay scale. And the best I could do was lay down and just wait it out. Whichever way it went, I had nothing to do with it. So I seriously got to a point where I put money in an envelope and had it sticking out and put it on my nightstand so my roommates wouldn't be left with my dead body. It would be able to, someone could pick it up with the cash. I had no idea, and I had no idea, and I wasn't worrying about having no idea. It was just lay down, see what happens. Yeah. Seemingly another day would come. I'd get up, be completely overwhelmed, try to do whatever, lay down. Another day came up. Yeah.
thank you,
Could have
Paul. So
prayed my
that
balls off. It didn't change anything. Yeah, every day I just checked my seatbelt and went on the ride. Yeah.
right. So the fear really comes when I identify myself with the body. It's like, so
This
that's what
fear,
happens to me.
the warning of fear plays in the body. When it keeps repeating itself, someone's got their thumb on it, on the buzzer. And that's something that has the thumb on the buzzer has no power. Yeah, it's not changing fucking anything. It's like a voiceover. It cannot change whatever's going to happen. Yes. It can shout as much as I don't want to die, or I want to die. It's just going to go the way it goes. Yeah. 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 But
Thank you, Paul.
yeah, learn skillful means about how to alleviate or shorten the panic attacks. Drink some good tea or something or whatever. Yeah, there are things. This is not martyrdom. Yeah, it's not like, oh, I have to, no, you don't have to go through it. If there's something you can do to change it, great. But there'll be a point where you may have nothing you can do to change it. So fucking just
Yeah. I mean,
go up and get out and let go of the results.
the body, the habits of the body is drinking 3 or 4 times coffee a day, and I thought giving me
You drink a lot of coffee? Hello? I lost them, eh? Did he say he drinks 4 or 5 cups of coffee? That may have
I mean, what I'm saying is that the body's habits is drinking 3 to 4 times coffee a day.
yeah,
and
that may be
giving
maybe
me a heart
down a little.
palpitation
Change the decaf.
or arrhythmia or some sort. So
Yeah,
that
that
also
may help. You can, if your heart misses a beat, it's gonna put off the alarm of the head's gonna go off for sure. The alarm of the head is definitely gonna go off if your heart starts missing beats.
yeah, but I don't like to be in the path where everyone, like some meetings that I go and join, and becomes like it's like a norm, like you have to go to Sattvic food and things like that, and become like very strict and things like that. It's just chill. That the reason why I like this meeting is just chill and the relaxation that something this
Yes.
in this meeting is really, I don't know, there's a sense of a lightness to this meeting. Like,
Great, I hope so. But maybe just throw 1 decaf in the other with the other 3. Yeah, it could be that. The
Thank you.
body may be getting a little too much oomph in the caffeine, and then the head takes it to be something wrong with the heart. Yeah. Yeah. The head makes a lot of mistakes about the physical condition. It does. It will say you're gonna die when you're getting a cold or something. Yeah. And I go into hallucinatory events with sinus infections. It's mind-boggling. I'm in altered states that are, it's like old sugar has crystallized. It's not so good. I don't like it so much as the action figure, but it's really weird. I mean, weird things. Yeah. Weird things. I see weird things and shit like that. And it's all, I never knew how much the sinus affects your whole experience of perception and projection. Yeah. You can get a sinus infection. You're thinking you're having yeah, it's wild. So, yeah, the head reacts and whatever. But yeah, I'm happy. Yeah, come in and maybe just at the Zoom have a decaf.
I'm having decaf tea. It's delicious.
There you go. This is from one member to another. Yeah, yeah. All right, thank you, man. And anyone else?
No, no other hands up at the time, Paul.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it? What are our 3 new mottos? Our 3 new mottos are being ourselves reality. That's 1, yes. Upon having never left is the 2nd. And then the 3rd is I need do nothing. Yeah, so those are 3 short sentences. Yeah.
that is crazy, Paul. That is crazy.
From the mouth of
Yeah.
Ramana Maharshi, he said the greatest mystery, being ourselves reality, is reality wanting to attain reality. Yeah, all right. Being ourselves reality doesn't introduce any time into that equation. It's not I was reality and I did something, blew it, and I've got to make amends and then I'll again become reality. It says being ourselves reality. That means at all times, every moment, being ourselves reality. Okay? Being ourselves reality, all your arrivals will always be greeted with on having never left. Because if you believe you're going to do something to arrive at where you already are, you're going to be greeted there with on having never left. Yeah. So this idea that you have broken away from something is just a mental idea. It's not a truth. It's not a truth. You can have a sense of individuality, and there's no individuality that's producing that sense. Yeah. The head manufactures the sense of individuality, and then we take that sense of individuality to imply that there's an individual, or the head does. Yes? So being ourselves reality, on having never left, we need do nothing. You see? Most of what we're doing is to get back to something we think we've left, yes? Or somehow we took a wrong turn, or we want to become childlike again because we were more in tune with everything and we seem to have left that, and we'd like to return, yes? We'd like to get back to that which we believed we left. We have not left that which we believe we left. This is the negation of all the faith in the head and the mental logic and in memories and in your perceptions and your ideas and your concepts. Yeah. Their reality and the meaning of those things are made up in a way. You have never been out of this moment ever. Ever have you and I ever been out of this moment. Yeah. So the insanity of getting into the moment is based on the belief you could be out of the moment. Yeah. So your desire to arrive is based on the fact that you left, and that fact is not true. So when you keep failing to arrive, I mean, everyone arrives, but then you arrive in Hawaii and it turns like into fucking Burlingame. Yeah. The problem is we want it to stabilize. It can't. Yes. Your imaginary truth cannot stay stabilized upon the real truth. The real truth will negate the manufactured imagined truth. Inevitably. Yes. And hopefully sometimes quickly, not so slowly. Yeah. So being ourselves reality, I didn't say it. This is from Raman Maharshi, the godfather of non-duality. Being ourselves reality is the greatest mystery, because the greatest mystery in action is reality, us wanting to attain reality. Yeah. Wow. Sit with that. Let that hit you. Yeah. And then the old Hindu yoga sutra thing, which is, gone, gone, gone to the other shore upon arriving on having never left. Yeah. So basically, that which you were imagining was the other shore, you were on the other shore imagining it. Yes? You didn't believe it. You believe this is a shore that's the other one. And I want to get to the other shore. And when you get to the other shore, it tells you upon having never left. So you have never left the shore you want to arrive at. What? Yes. Then when those two things hit, what's going to be the basis of how you see things concerning being and truth and all this shit is, I need do nothing. Yeah. If I am being reality and I have never left, I need do nothing. Yes. The head will try to use I need do nothing as a strategy. Okay, I'm not going to do anything, and that will make me arrive at reality, and I can't wait until I get there. No. The head will claim I need do nothing and fucking make a whole thing up. You see that head which tries to do that is not you. Yeah? These statements bring out what you're not. They bring it out. How are you going to know the thing that's defeating you if you keep calling it you? Yeah, we have to see it brought up and out of its little hermit crab, out of its shell, and see it. See the emperor with no clothes. This is what non-duality does. Non-duality's statement attracts the bullshit. So it comes out of its little safe, little secure place called you, and you can see it. And you see it out of from awareness, and you recognize it's not you. Yeah. A lot of understandings fit themselves around the idea of you as a long-lasting, independent, separate entity. The understanding is how that you is going to go somewhere, get somewhere, hold something, arrive somewhere. That did not work with me. Yeah. This non-duality does not fit around you. It confronts the you. Yeah. It confronts the you. And then instead of looking at non-duality from you, you see it, you see the you looking at the non-duality from what you are. Yeah. And then you see the emperor with no clothes. And sooner or later, you realize the clothes does not make the man. The emperor can wear tons of clothes and it still has no clothes. Yeah. This is the power of this message. It lays the truth. It allows the truth to see the false. Yeah. And obviously the truth sees the false as the false. And then it negates what? It negates the reality the false has been given and takes back the reality, being ourselves reality. So being ourselves reality, in this dreaming, we have given a lot of stuff reality. And we're now going to take it back. Yes. It's going to be absorbed back into being ourselves reality. Yeah. And the overriding statement or banner is, I'm not that. Yes. I am not that which is sincerely looking for the truth. I'm not that. I am not that which doesn't give a shit about the truth. I'm not that. Yeah. I'm neither the seeker nor the non-seeker. Fucking great. And you know what? It's not a trick. You may think it's a trick, but it reverberates and you hit the bell. The infinite bell goes off. Yeah, there's no clanging. It's been ringing all this time. As Jesus said, you need the ears to hear it and the eyes to see it. And the ears and the eyes aren't sufficient enough. The ears and the eyes need to be questioned. And then in that questioning, your ears and your eyes have the ability to see and hear the message. Yeah. Through seeing and hearing, not seer and hearer. Through seeing and hearing. If we're anything, our nature is of a verb, not a noun. Yeah. You're not the seer, you're seeing. You're not the hearer, you're hearing. Yeah. You're a constant event. It doesn't say you are reality, it says being ourselves reality. That's all there is in reality, is being reality. Yeah, that's what it is. It's 100% being reality. Yeah, it's not reality and then being, it's being reality. It never stops. It wasn't, was, or will be, it's being. Yeah, the same thing here. Yeah, awareness is seeing. If I close, we did it Saturday. If I close my eyes, the seeing feels just the exact same as it does when my eyes are open. Just when my eyes are open, I see a lot of things, but the seeing has the same feeling. Seeing now, same. The seeing is awareness. Yeah. Awareness does not have an eyelid. It doesn't have any shades or curtains. It doesn't come down. The curtain doesn't come down in this production. It's aware. Yeah. Awareness right now, awareness accompanying seeing. Yeah. Then engagement with what's seen as the seen. Then duality. Yeah. Then the seer, the noun comes up, and now the noun gives form to everything and calls everything a name. And there you go. You're now living duality as a reality. Yeah. Happens in a second, but it never happened. Yeah. It seems to happen in a second, but it's never happened. No matter how many times it does it, it can't do it. You do not become a self. It says you already are one. It cannot make a self. It cannot produce a self. It doesn't create a self. It implies a self. We're the one that imagines self. It can't. The head cannot. It's just selfing all day. Yeah. Time is a main ingredient. Time is a many splendid, shade-like thing. It does a lot of perceptual trickery and proportional imbalance. It does a whole lot. It's one of the planks of dreaming, time for sure. Yeah. So time, the head says something is so, and then it's presupposed to be so. Yeah. But the presupposing of it happens after the awareness. But now it says it's the one who's aware. You see it? It assumes the before when it's a product of the after. Yeah. And we're busy trying to dethrone it. It's never been thrown. Yes. It's not, you don't have to make its truth untrue. Its truth is untrue. You see it. Yeah. There's no killing or vanquishing or getting over it. You just see it. Yeah. And then the chips fall where they may. And I would imagine you're going to experience a lightness you didn't experience before with all your fucking spiritual endeavors. Yeah. Because we did this today in recovery. It was very cool meeting. So in recovery, we have these steps that you do that will allow a change to occur. Yeah. But the steps, and so from a point of view of an action figure, and the action figure, obviously, its major plank is doership, obviously. Yeah. Because if what you do wasn't yours, whose life would it be anyway? So doership is essential for this whole narrative. Okay. So we get introduced to the steps. So now we do the steps. We, as the action figure, do the steps. Because that's the only way we can see anything changing is by doing something. Yeah. If it's not me doing it or you doing it, it's God doing it or the government. There's always going to be a doer if there's any doing. The head just goes there. All right. So here we are. And now we're doing the steps. But then over time, the steps start doing you. So what the steps allow you to trigger is not of the doership. It's not of the action figure. It's a whole different world, a different solution. And now you're getting the solution from the solution, not trying to produce the solution from the problem. Now the steps are working you. What? Yeah. And then suddenly you're living the steps. Yeah. Incredible. So the first part is you're relying on the action figure and you're doing shit to change shit. But the second and third, you have nothing to do with it. It says this is going to happen with no thought or effort on your part. With no thought or effort on your part, seems like you've been fired as the doer. Yes? What? No thought or effort on your part. You're going to be placed in a position of neutrality. That's how the solution sees the situation. We're usually looking for the solution from the problem. Yes? This is what happens. This is why spirit is held as a spiritual path. What takes a path? A body. Have you ever seen a spirit on the path? What takes a path? A body. So the whole language has our true nature as a condition our false nature could have. So many people are trying to become spiritual as a mental, physical imagination. Yes? It's like trying to graft oil on water. It doesn't fucking work. And that's its value. It doesn't work. Stop fighting the solution. It's trying to tell you through all your failures the real success that's in there, which is you are that which you want to get. Yeah. You don't have to do yourself into what you already are. And doing is not being. Yeah. So I really dug it today, because the only way you can see the solution is from the problem when you're addicted to this idea of self. Always. And of course, then every solution looks like it would have to look like to the problem, which I got to do a lot. I got to get there, surrender stuff, give up things I say I love, a lot of martyrdom and everything. But the solution doesn't have any requirements that's whatsoever. The solution is presented as the open secret. What? Or the gateless gate. What? Yes. And you get weaned off of wanting the solution to fit the problem, and you lose interest in the problem and you gain interest in the solution. That's what happens in recovery. That's what happens in satsang. Yeah. You start hearing the solution from the solution's view, not your view of having to do and this and that and more. Yeah. What has more led you to? What is the true value of a retreat? Is the retreat that tells you you don't need to do another retreat. That's its true value in a lot of ways. Yeah. You meditate to realize you don't have to meditate. All your failures are your best successes. Yeah. Here in this dreaming, it has to go that way because we are already that. It should be easy. But we got to do this negation of a two-prong duality to recognize what's already so. Yeah. So here we are doing just that. Yeah. Yes. Life is going to ask so much of me. And then you see it from life's view, and it's a great opportunity to express and grab and get as much as you want in a lovely way. Yeah. It's just the view that we're looking through applies its own logic to everything we're looking at. And it just does a bad job with spirituality. Yeah. It just does. You're not going to do yourself into a sense of being unless all the doing exhausts you, and then it becomes obvious. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Anyone else?
No, Paul, we have no hands up.
That's satsang success. Yeah. It's not bad. Oh, all right. Well, if that's not, I'm going to start saying goodbye. First of all, Lisa M., I got your care package of gluten-free goodies.
Yay. I hope you'll enjoy them. I tried to get you a pumpkin pie, but they didn't have one yet. So I got you those pumpkin thingies instead.
Don't worry. I'm going to give the other easier than the pumpkin pies away. Yeah, I'm going to probably hoard the pumpkin tart. Yeah. Yes. Does that make
Hoard
me
it.
bad?
No, it's for you, honey. Hoard it all.
I'm hiding them. They're going to give the people here the focaccia. Yeah,
No, but it's all gluten free, honey.
I know. It looks great. I
Good.
just got it before the talk, so thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome, sweetheart.
The
You know I
feeling-
love you.
Yes,
I
the
love you
feeling.
so much.
Yeah, great. Thank you. The feeling is what's in all the food. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Michael Stacy, my main man in Madeira. Eric, my shoe cobbler. He's gone. He's been sans hat for a while. That's all right. That's good. Marl, as always, honey. Yes. Yeah. Keith, nice to see you, bro. Yep. John K, as always.
Paul,
David, nice to
I'm
see you.
curious,
What?
curious about the aberrations that you're experiencing with sinusitis. Are you taking decongestants for your sinusitis?
No, I don't have it much anymore. What I actually think, I think it's gotten it jumped out of me and went to Amelia. She had her first sinus infection the other week. So no, it hasn't been, I've gotten some great relief from that for a while now. But for years, I had a lot of trouble with it. Yeah. Years and years and years. My sister had it, my older sister. She had a very bad version of it. Yeah. I don't know how I got it. Maybe putting 15 pounds of cocaine in there. Maybe that could have. I don't think it really had any big role in it, though. I think it was the Kleenex I was using. Yeah. All right. We have Mike Clark, our man in Mexico. Nice to see you, Mike. Cam, nice to see you, bro. Yeah. David, Natalie, John K, Keith. We have Everett. Yes. Yes. Remember. Yeah.
Hi, Paul.
Nice to see you, bro.
Yeah.
James Olson. As always, Judy Lovins. There she is. Nice to see you, Judy. I had the pleasure of meeting Judy live. Very nice. Steve, I've met Steve also, San Diego. Melody, I've not had the pleasure yet, but yeah, she seems to be singing a very nice melody.
Thanks.
Yes. Susan Harris, one of my benefactors in life. Thank you, Susan. And she's in Cape Cod still, enjoying the beauty of October in New England. Massively, yeah. All right, well, and we have Diona. Diona, I wish you well. Enjoy the hospital stay as best you can. And hopefully come back. You know, this is a sanctuary. It's open 5 times a week. Yeah, yeah. Okay, everyone, thank you so much. I'll see you soon. We'll be here tomorrow night at 7 Pacific time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Paul.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Paul.
thanks, Paul. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Paul. Thanks.